It just goes into maybe the general public that's watching this wondering, like, this is something that I've always been curious about, but they don't understand what it is. You touched on it at the beginning of the episode, as you said, like, it's not a backroom brawl. That's what people don't understand. And yes, Rogan has said this a million times. It's high level problem solving with dire physical consequences, right? And I think there's such an art form to it where it is something that I think if they really understood what was happening in the cage, the expression of the culmination of training of both of these fighters to the peak in a professional organization that's really trying to show that this is a sport, it would completely shift their perception that you're not going to watch necessarily a backroom brawl. You're going to watch it's like watching gymnasts.
Yeah,
they just happen to be people who specialize fighting. I think that has been missing massively with other organizations I've ever seen. I've never really seen one do it to the same caliber that you're talking about doing it. And I think it'll bring in a whole new audience of people to a sport that everybody's curious about fighting. You've been fighting since you're little kids in school or whatever, but they just don't really understand what it is.
It's that martial arts mentality, right? I think the honor, the discipline, the respect. Yes, it could be absolutely brutal. You can get hurt. This sport isn't like you're playing pickleball on the weekend. You could get hurt. And I try to stress that when I'm coaching and try to make it as real as possible that, guys, you need to take this very, very seriously. And then there needs to be that sense of realism with that because people have been hurt. We do everything on our part in terms of the medicals, the equipment, the training.
Ringside doctors,
Ringside doctors, paramedics, and
yeah, the safety and that goes back to the matchmaking we're saying.